Welcome to Worktapes. This is a podcast where we tear apart songs. Why was the song written? What's it about? What's the context and emotion behind it? Where were you at the time? What were you going through? How did certain lines come to you? What's the inspiration? How long did it take to write? I'm Brandon Carswell, and I'm fascinated with songwriting and how songs are built from the ground up. It's easy to hear a full production song on the radio and dismiss its origin story. I want to hear the rough draft of the song, or the work tape. I want to explore the very beginning of how songs that move us and make us move are born. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Worktapes. I'm Brandon Carswell, as usual. Today I am rejoined. We have a repeat offender on the show today from about 3 years ago, I think, on episode 20. This guy has been actively doing music for 10 years, something like that?
Yeah, first EP came out in 2016. So
nice. Close to 10 years.
Yeah.
He has been an opening actor, Teddy Swims, been Rector Stephen Sanchez, has over 140 million streams in his catalog, sync placements for Universal, all kinds of stuff going on. A new album called Goldmine. Welcome, Stephen Day.
Thank you, brother.
Friend and fan right here.
Same. The feeling is mutual.
We were connected years ago by Micah Tawlks. When Micah started working with you, he would just not stop talking about how good you were.
Oh, man.
And then connected us when I started the podcast and doing all this stuff. So thanks for coming back.
Of course.
I'm glad it worked out.
Me too. I guess that would have been the first record with Micah, like the first time we ever worked together, I think.
Oh, Shapes was the first one?
I think so.
That y'all did?
Yeah.
And what an album. I was just telling I told you last time that my kids are big fans of yours.
Yeah.
They loved that record. And I was telling them this morning on the way to school, Steven's coming over to do another podcast. And I just started talking about those songs. I was like, man, that record's so timeless to me.
Oh, man. Thank you, bro.
We talked about the song, If Standing Was Flying.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Weird title.
Such a great song. So if our listeners want to know about that song, you should go back and listen to episode 20 of Worktapes. Man, what a great song. We also mentioned a song that is my favorite song of yours called, I always call it the Angel song.
Golden Is it off Angel. Of that record? Yeah, My Golden Angel.
My Golden Angel, yes. Yeah. What a great song.
Thank you, man.
So gorgeous.
Thank you, man.
But for those of you that haven't listened to that episode or know Steven's story or anything at all, maybe we can go through a little bit of like where you're from, how you started in music.
Yeah. Kind
of touch on some of those. In episode 20, he goes a little deeper throughout, when he started in music and writing and all that stuff. So who are you? What are you doing here? Why are you here today?
Well, I came to eat some cookies.
Yes. I don't know if you can see those cookies on the camera, but those are some legit.
They look so good.
Good.
Like a thin, airy crisp. I can almost taste it just looking at it.
I would advise just not eating those cookies. Because they're that good, and I want to keep them.
Yeah, so I understand.
But you're welcome to have some cookies.
I'm definitely getting in there.
You're here for the cookies, but you're here for the music. You're from Georgia, right?
Yes, Buford, Georgia is about 45 minutes northeast of Atlanta. Spent my whole life there growing up until I moved to Nashville 10 years ago. But started playing guitar in middle school, found my mom's guitar in her closet, and I was like, can you teach me a few chords?
Cool. That bass guitar over there is my mom's.
Really?
She played it in her gospel group growing up.
Really?
Yeah. What kind of guitar was your mom's?
It's like an old nylon
guitar.
Beautiful guitar. She actually sent me a picture a few days ago of like her performing with a friend, and it was like, oh my God, there's the guitar. And it's funny, like with that guitar specifically, there's so much like sentimental value.
Right.
She was like wanting to play it. So I like brought it back down like last year for her to play. And I like miss that guitar so much.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful, I mean, at the time, I don't think it was anything special. It's just like it was probably a cheap, I think she says she like sold her goat.
Wait. She sold a goat to buy that guitar?
I can't remember if it's like a sheep or a goat.
What are goats going for?
I don't know, but I think she got the guitar for like $45. It was a cheap goat.
Cheap goat. It wasn't that good of a goat.
But she taught me like D, A, and G.
Mm-hmm. Mine was D, C, G.
Yeah.
Those are my first ones, I think.
She still to this day like loves the key of D. Mostly because that's like most of the chords that she knows. But like once you know one key, I mean, you can play any song. Mm-hmm. So she taught me D, A, and G. And I just like YouTube and ended up getting a guitar instructor at some point in like later middle school. But like at first, I mean, it was YouTube, like Sweet Home Alabama, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Fell in love with it and almost immediately started writing songs with guitar just because it was like, I've actually never loved covering songs.
Okay.
It was always just kind of like, I just naturally wanted to write my own songs.
Why? So let me back up. How old were you?
Yeah, this would have been.
And then why?
This would have been seventh grade, sixth or seventh grade.
Got it.
I don't know the full reason why, but I liked learning guitar parts to an extent, but I think I was just so in awe of like artistry. Like I didn't want to be doing what somebody else did. I wanted to make my own thing. But
did you have like a reference? Like, were you looking at a certain artist back then in seventh grade and going, or an artist that was really influential? You're like, oh, I want to be like
John Mayer.
Okay, John Mayer. You want to be John Mayer.
Yeah.
Okay, but you want to be the rock star thing, or you want the songs?
The songs.
Okay.
I mean, so at the time in middle school, I wasn't like, oh, I want John Mayer's life. You know, It was just like the thing in pop culture that was thrown my way that I latched onto.
Sure.
And like later, I was also raised on like crooners and like Sinatra. My mom loved Sinatra, Bublé. And like, it was just this thing of like, with that combined with guitar, I was just kind of like, this is what I want to do.
Okay.
It became, I didn't know it at the time, but that's like, I think it was the songs and the like ability to communicate feeling through melody that I was just kind of like, I couldn't think of anything else that I wanted to do.
Were you more intrigued with the guitar playing versus the songwriting?
With John? Or just in general?
Just in general. Just for you.
It was, I think because of John, it was intertwined.
Yeah, because it was like Continuum.
Yeah.
It's an unstoppable album.
Insane.
Me. Like the writing and the playing and the production, all of it is just top tier. And so he's one of those guitarists, like known for playing. Like he's a very specific sound.
Yeah.
But also he's a brilliant songwriter. And some guitarists aren't known for their songwriting.
I think the more I've thought about it as I've gotten older is I fell in love with, maybe this is it. I was blown away by the simultaneous playing and singing over the top of it, like the two sort of balancing, the balancing act. But also, I think, I don't know John Mayer, but like I think he was like a freak about guitar. I love guitar, but I also love singing and song. Like singing was like also a thing at the time. It was like picking up the guitar sort of opened up my voice too.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about your voice.
Yeah.
So your voice, you mentioned like being influenced by Sinatra and Michael Bublé and things like that, which I definitely hear.
Yeah.
Like actually the description you're putting together between John Mayer and crooners, for lack of a better word. I always laugh when I hear that word because I think of that TV show. I Think You Should Leave. Have you ever seen it?
Dude, that is one of my all-time
Every
favorite
time
shows.
I hear the word crooner now, I just think of that.
Which is that the one where the cigar and the driving?
Decals.
The
on
driving
the window,
crooner. Yeah. Oh, dude, it's legendary.
It's insane.
Simply too good.
If we start quoting that, we
I know.
Whole episode will be over.
Yeah.
But that's a perfect description of what I think your style is, like your voice and your playing. I wouldn't say all of the production would be like a good, like a mesh of those two things, but I hear that in you. Like I hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
I hear it with like, even the song we're going to talk about today, which we'll listen through and we'll listen to the work tape and talk about that. Cause it's a little more like electric driven, like clean electric driven than some of the past, things you've done, I think. And so I'm interested, you have an insanely good voice.
Thank you.
I'm interested in where that came from.
Yeah.
So if you're influenced by people like Sinatra, Bublé, like all of those guys are just like, they can sing circles around almost anybody.
Yeah.
And I said that about you in the last episode. And I believe it to be true. Where did that come from? You mentioned in the last time we got together that you were in like choirs. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that where that started developing out?
I think choir was like in high school I was in choir, and it was a fun way to like sort of grow into being confident as a singer.
Right.
But I honestly feel like guitar and with my voice, like it's always been listening to records and like trying to imitate.
Okay.
And Sinatra, Bublé, that's like a part of it, but like it was like Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
I think Stevie Wonder and Donny Hathaway were the two singers when I was growing up that it was unfathomable. There was something about their voices that was like an inexhaustible rubber band. Alan Stone's the same way. He was another huge influence on me. That was a more modern influence. When he was like in high school, I was like, oh my God, that's the guy. But same with him, I think Stevie Wonder and these kinds of guys that came before were huge influences on his singing and on mine too, because, you know, you listen to any of Stevie Wonder's song and he might start out down here and then he goes up and it's just like keeps getting higher.
Right.
But it doesn't sound like he's singing in like falsetto. It sounds like he's going, and it's like this really chesty, but still like in a normal person's falsetto range. Right. It's I still don't understand it.
It sounds like you understand some of it because you can do some of it. Like you can hit those low registers, and like I think I'm not going to reference the last episode this whole time, but I think the last one I made mention of your voice, like you have a good sounding radio podcast voice. Because I had you intro the thing. Maybe we'll use it on this one too.
This is Worktapes.
Yeah. And but when you're singing, I've seen you do this live where you just pull out these high notes, and it's like, where did that come from? And you nail them. And
thank you.
And it's great. So, was that like an early on thing? Were you fascinated with vocals when you were just learning?
Fascinated with vocals.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I think Stevie Wonder, like Mayer, amazing singer in his own way, but he to me, and we can edit this out or not,
whatever you want to do.
But he to me is not like, I don't always think, you know, like Bob Dylan's a great example of like cool voice.
Right.
Technically,
yeah,
people aren't like that.
Yeah,
I love listening to that.
Yeah, like Johnny Cash was not a good vocalist, but he could write
exactly.
A song and sell it.
It's a great voice is a great voice,
right.
whether somebody is like technically
sure.
a good singer or not. And I think that's where the whole like crooner thing comes in, is like a lot of these crooners like Glenn Campbell or is another hero of mine, or Sinatra. It's like you hear their voice and it's almost like they could sing you a lullaby and you would fall asleep right there on the spot. Right. But I think with vocals, it was just, I tried so hard to imitate these people in my car, in the shower, just me and guitar. You know, I think in the car is probably where the most practice came from.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, is a privilege in its own right, but like, I just remember I still do it to get in the car and listen to music is one of the biggest joys ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's how I cut my teeth practicing vocals and getting high notes, and like I would sing I would try to sing to perfection. Muse, Radiohead, Coldplay.
Yeah.
If I couldn't hit the note, that's the only song I was listening to for a week until I could.
Yes, bro.
Like on repeat.
Yes.
So you're right. Like the car is like a sanctuary of learning.
That's another thing that you just brought up, is like, I realized through the years too, and I know people put songs on repeat, but I've realized over the years, like with friends or anybody, I leave one song on repeat forever. Like it's annoying because I get obsessed with it.
Me too.
And it's just one of these things that it's like.
Do you have one now that you're obsessed with?
That's a good question.
Think about it. We'll come back to
it. Yeah. Let's come back to it, because there's honestly songs that I could, if I really thought about it, I can like remember having, extended periods of time with it.
Yeah.
Like the song "As" by Stevie Wonder on Songs in the Key of Play. He does this growl in like the third verse, and it's like, oh, I can't remember how he does it, but it's this growl, and I remember trying to do it for hours, and I still can't do it. Yeah. But he's just an example of somebody that, like, D'Angelo's another vocal example of like, if I want to work on my falsetto, I'll just put on a D'Angelo record and my throat will be toast in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I think like there's correct ways to do those things.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, I just did it in the car as well.
Yeah. It's the most fun. I mean, you should be having fun if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your writing style then, because you write everything from really fun songs, like the one we're going to talk about today is fun.
Yeah.
And then you'll write really heavy songs or really deep songs or something that's like sad, but it's got a groove,
Yeah.
When you started writing, early on, what was like, what were you pulling from? Were you just trying to make a song to make it?
Yeah.
Or at what point did you go, oh, this can mean something, I have something to say?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think there is, I mean, some of this is so on like a subconscious level. Like I think when I was a kid and I first started writing songs, there was something in me that just wanted to convey emotion. Or like maybe I was needing to like, therapeutically make something or feel something. But I feel like as a storyteller and as a lover of music, I've almost always been, over and over again, I'm like, the songs that sometimes like wreck me or like take me off my feet are like these like hopeless romantic love songs. It's kind of always been like that. I think that's why I say the word crooner, and I've been described as a crooner by some people, which I don't mind. Like, I feel like some people, there's like a bad connotation with that.
You're going to start smoking cigars?
I know. Like fedora.
Whole thing. Cocky walk when you come out. All of it.
Yes. But yeah, there's like this part of me that's like, a lot of times songwriting for me, there's all kinds of songwriting. And I think sometimes the most effective as a listener for me are sometimes songs that have nothing to do with specific moments, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like sometimes a love song or like a heartbreak song is just comforting because it is what it is.
Yeah,
and
it's a story.
Yeah, it's just like everybody, I think that's another thing is everybody understands romance and the heaviness and the beauty of it. It's like a very humanizing thing.
It's super relatable, and you can write a love song that has nothing to do with anyone specifically. Yeah. Like it could be, the whole love song could be a metaphor for your whatever you're going through.
Exactly.
And that way you don't have to tell anybody what you're going through.
Exactly. And
unless you just want to write a super honest, raw piece,
Yeah. And I think that's what it was, is like naturally I'm sort of a private person, but there's something about melody and lyric that you can be so vulnerable without, showing people.
What is it about the private person that makes them want to go out on stage?
I don't know.
Like the introvert becomes the lead singer guy.
I know.
Or the solo artist, and all of a sudden you can do that on stage, but in real life you're like, no.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that.
It's like it gives you permission, like being able to do a show gives you permission to do that.
Yeah.
But if you would you be, I know the answer for myself, but if it's like a living room of people and they're saying like, here, play this. Yeah. Are you more comfortable?
That's an interesting question.
Playing the Stephen Day show, or play us a couple songs that, for 5 people and who know you really well.
I'm actually not as good at that.
Yeah.
When I get more nervous for shows that people I know are going to be at. I'm like, one, because this, what I do is very personal to me, but at the same time, I'm like, it's basically putting a career on display, whereas like, it's like bringing your friend to work day.
That's true.
And it's like, if it's a family member or a friend and it's like a show that sells like 15 people, 15 people show up and it's like, your mom's there. Yeah. After the show, she's gonna be like, you did such a great job. It's like, and it's like, Mom, or like anybody, your friend is like, dude, great show. And it's like, thank you. But I mean, it's kind of blue.
Yeah. Also, you're supposed to say that to me.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You're my mom.
Exactly.
Yeah. Look, fortunately, it seems like you're doing great.
Thank you.
You've been selling out. I was fortunate enough to go to see you at, was that the Brooklyn Bowl?
Yes.
Yes. That was a great show.
Headline? Was I headlining?
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was fantastic.
Thank you, man.
It was fun. It was big. I've seen you at like the Basement.
Yeah.
I think the Brooklyn Bowl, like it felt like, oh, you just teared up a notch.
Oh, cool.
Like the band was just like, the band was great every time I've seen you, but and this new record is so much fun.
Thank you.
I do want to cover co-writing.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy co-writing, or would you rather just write by yourself?
Co-writing has been something that I've sort of stumbled into living in Nashville.
Right.
And
I feel like a lot of people say that, like, which is interesting to me.
Yeah.
not to cut you off, I want you to continue, but I feel like a lot of people are like moved to town and don't know that co-writing is a thing. Is that how you?
I knew it was a thing.
Okay.
I didn't want any part of it.
Okay. Good. I'm glad I interrupted.
There
you
was,
I like that.
There was, early on, I didn't want any part of it. And then I realized that there was some part of me that was like, I think I should push against that part of me to at least try it.
Why didn't you want to do it?
Writing felt too personal, or felt too. Maybe I felt cocky, or maybe I felt like I wanted it to be exactly the way I wanted it to be.
Okay.
And over time, I was kind of like, I think I just realized the truth of co-writing is like, you can go write a song with somebody and you never have to use that song or listen to it ever again. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Like, with the like other hand being like, you might write the best song you've ever written
right
with this random guy or girl in this town, and it might be your favorite song on the record.
How do you push through like the awkward moments of a co-write? There's almost always, depending on who you're with, right? If you know them really well, it might be a different situation. Like you and Micah writing at this point is probably second nature.
Right.
But if you and I sat down to write a song, we know each other, we don't know each other. And there would be this like, hey, I want to write about this. Well, I want to write about this. Or like, what do you think about this line? And when you don't know somebody really well, you get really like, you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're throwing creative ideas where somebody can say, no, that's stupid.
Right.
Although they probably wouldn't, but you'd feel that way, right?
Yeah, I think there's just there's like a muscle that I've built or am building with co-writing, because when I started co-writing, I was, had thought about it for myself and also talked with my manager about it. I was kind of like, I never want to lose writing by myself.
Sure.
And that was another lie that I had told myself was, if I start co-writing, when am I going to write by myself? That's the end of that.
Yeah. And
that's just not the truth. Like, we've built out my schedule in a way that's like some co-writing, some writing by myself. Because some part of it is, you never know which one is going to yield the thing,
right?
The like magic, because both can. And I think with co-writing, there are some awkward moments for sure. I mean, you sometimes you have no control over that. Like some days you're with people you've never met before, and it's just a bad fit, and you never do it again.
Right. Do you trust yourself more by yourself?
That's a great question, man.
Wow. We're digging deep.
You are. That's a great question. No.
You don't. Okay, so you feel, I guess that would lead into like, do I have more confidence co-writing with someone, throw my ideas out, than I do writing solo and then presenting this song to my team or my producer or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, it probably depends on the day.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, sometimes honestly, it depends where the magic is. Like, some days I write by myself and I'm like, this is something. Like, the demo we're looking at today is a song I started by myself. I was alone. And there was something about it that, one, there's a lot of interesting stuff we'll get into, but one, this song I wrote it before the record and it didn't make the record.
Okay. And you wrote it before Goldmine.
Before Goldmine.
Okay.
And I wrote it by myself. Later on, took it in as we're putting out a deluxe bonus for the record. And me and Micah tweaked some parts of it, but like the bones of it, I wrote by myself. And I just remember this feeling of like something musically about this song is so distinctly me, something melodically, every part of it. And I had like a tough time sort of like trying to persuade my manager to get it on the record.
Mm-hmm.
But I never stopped thinking about it. Like it sat in a folder that was called Def Record, Definitely on the Record.
Yeah.
And it was the only song that didn't make the record.
Okay.
That
was in there?
That was in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
But it was something that I wanted. Like this record was an experiment. I sort of wanted, I sort of invited my manager into like the A&Ring process, like okay, I'm going to be a little more open-handed about this. I want to know, I think I was like willing to put myself up and be like, do you like this? Do you not like this? Micah was involved in that process too. It was the first time that I was like, I don't want to be the end all be all.
Okay.
Even though I still was.
Yeah, but if you have a song that you really love and everyone else is going, nah, that's not the one.
Oh, it sucked.
And you're like, yeah, I think it is the one.
I know.
But now I have to be loose-handed with it because I'm trying this thing out.
Yeah. But that's a good example of what we were talking about is like confidence. It's like a little harder to be confident when you write something by yourself because you're like, this was all made in this vacuum. Whereas like if you're co-writing with people and like, you know when something's hot.
Sure.
Like everybody's kind of like, dude, this is insane.
Do you have an example of a co-write that went like that?
Yeah. There's another song on the deluxe called Old News. I can play it for you. I don't know if you've heard it.
I think I've heard it.
Okay. There's another one called Old News. And I wrote it. It was a co-write with Micah, Austin Goodlow, Josie Dunn, amazing writers.
Yeah.
And we wrote it really fast. And all of us, I mean, I remember walking down to eat lunch when we had I think we had finished the song.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think Josie can recall this, but I think I was like, this is sort of like offhand. I was like, this is the best song I've ever written. This is the best song ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just like, I think obviously some great songs take sort of like tireless amounts of work or like you just work on them forever and like tweak little parts. But like, there's other songs where it's just like it happens and then it's done and everybody is just like agrees on it.
Yeah. Like something dropped out of the sky.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. What's frustrating to your point about this song, Moonshine, that we're going to talk about, it being in your folder for Goldmine, the record, and then you trusting yourself enough to go, this is a great song. Eventually I'm going to put it out. Is you knowing, like you just know, like as an artist, you see what I'm getting at is you see something that no one else is seeing, even the people who are behind you and backing you up and working with you and saying, this is not quite the one. It's a great song, but it's not quite the one that we're looking for the record.
Like, I don't know what Micah thought.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think my manager would mind me saying this, but like, I don't think she thought it was good.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
Right.
And I have built the muscle to be like, all right, I understand.
Yeah. But it
never left me.
Yeah.
It never went away from me. I was like, this is just, there's some reason this thing's like biting me on the ass.
I was listening to like a Rick Rubin quote or clip or something where he said, like the interviewer asked him about what people think about music or something. He goes, I don't care what they think.
Yeah.
I'm not writing it for them.
Yeah.
Which seems like such a backhanded, almost like a jerk thing to say. But as the writer, as the artist, if you're not making it for you, it's not going to translate.
If you don't like it.
It basically, he got to the thing, is like, you can make it for people, but that's just commerce.
Right.
You're just selling a product for what somebody needs or wants.
Yeah.
But if you're making art, you're making it for you.
Yeah.
And it's whatever's coming out and whatever you know when you write a crap song.
God, yeah. Yeah.
And you know when it can be better and all of those things.
when you write a crap song, one example, that going back to Moonshine, if you write a crap song, the day of, or a few days after, you might think it's good, and you might show it to somebody and you might be like, what do you think of this? But at some point, if it's an actual crap song, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is crap.
Yeah. You're like, I wish I didn't send it to 5 people. I've done that so many times.
But if a song haunts you,
yeah,
there's something about that.
But you also will see something in it.
Yeah.
Where maybe the work tape or the demo or the voice memo doesn't quite capture what you were envisioning.
Right. Which is why I sent you the early one.
Yeah.
It's a bad loop.
Yeah.
I love that loop.
Let's talk about Moonshine.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I knew I was going to do that. I knew it. I've envisioned in my mind, I'm going to say Moonlight.
Just rewind.
Sorry. Moonshine. The song we're going to talk about is called Moonshine. Let's double down on the title since I messed it up. Yes, this song is fun. It feels like I'm listening to it right now. We're recording this in January, but it feels like a summer song.
Yeah.
It has those vibes. It's just like very like makes me think of like literally hanging out with your friends on a summer night.
Yeah.
That's what the song.
Yeah. I think when I was writing it, that was the magic part of it that I couldn't get away from. There was like this like nostalgic, like summer night skinny dip feeling to it that I was like, the energy was in there, and I just had to figure out a way to get it to the finish line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go through some of the work tape.
Yeah.
For this one, we're going to do it a notch different. We're going to talk about it as we go. Most episodes, by the way, for those of you that are just joining Worktapes, most episodes we don't do it this way.
Start with that. Well, you can start with whatever.
First demo?
Yeah, first demo. It's got the...
Let's make sure this is going to work.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so you got that loop going on that you said wasn't good.
It's a...
Don't it feel good
Yeah.
on a Friday?
Loop is not really even in time. I remember I cut it up and I was like, I don't know why I like that, but it's like magical.
Yeah.
Sloppy drums.
Don't it feel good?
That...
Don't it feel
Yeah, okay, that's good.
That's all you want to hear of this one?
Well, we can play the whole... What do you think we should do?
yeah, it's alright.
We'll go to the next one.
Let's talk about this one for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So, this... After being away from it for a long time, I still think it had all the bones, but I can remember when we went to choose the songs for Goldmine,
Yeah.
we were trying to do like a very cohesive thing, a very family. Every song is like a brother, sister, cousin unit. And I remember I wrote this song the day of when we were deciding on what songs to put on the record. And so
Okay.
I went in with Maddie and Micah, and we like did a bunch of sticky notes. Everybody kind of put the songs they wanted in, the yes box or the no box. And I played this one at the very end. I was like, hey, just, one more song that I want to throw in the bag. And the room was just kind of like, I don't know, like we've got all these songs we already had been listening to. And so it just kind of like missed the boat.
It's like when Ringo brought in his songs to the Beatles.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? The vibe was like, oh, thanks. No, I've seen those memes and I think they're hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. But it was just like, I think it felt different enough from the record that I understand why it didn't get thrown on. But I think there was some part of me that like, I was trying to fuse, well, I'll just say this. I think the second demo that I sent you is one I just like totally hyped up
Okay.
and sort of popified.
Yeah.
I just wanted to like throw a bunch of juice on it to send it to my manager. Cause basically we were trying to pick songs for the deluxe.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, you know, I know this isn't your favorite song, but like give this demo a shot.
Sure.
And it's like kind of totally different. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like,
Okay, so let's do
it's
this.
like jacked up on Mountain
Let's
Dew.
listen to like 10 seconds of the first one we just listened to.
Yep.
And then we'll go straight into the second version
Yep.
that you juiced.
First demo,
First demo's right here.
bare bones, drums, guitar, and a vocal. That's it.
Don't it feel good?
Okay. So you kind of got that vibe down, and now we'll go into the second one.
It's got this like stomp clap
Yeah.
thing. Feels like a hoedown throwdown.
Don't it feel good?
Oh yeah, there's the juice right there.
On a Friday night.
But there
Definitely has a vibe.
yeah. There was even something about this one because I mean I like this. I made it. I like the way I produced it, but there was still something that it was almost too up or something. I even kept the bass line on the chorus like moving, almost like disco-y.
Yep.
Which I think is cool, but there was something about, well, overall, one of the reasons why I couldn't get rid of this song was there's something musically about it. In the chorus specifically, like in the very first demo, I didn't know what to play on the chorus because I didn't know what was going to happen with the chords.
Yeah.
So I just stayed on the one while I go, in the moonshine, tuk, 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 yeah, it's alright. Tuk, 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 girl in those eyes, tuk, tuk, tuk. So
Yeah.
like it just stays there, and I thought that was so sick.
Yeah.
But if you listen down to it, it just feels like nothing's happening on the chorus.
Okay.
So I was trying to figure out what to do with that chorus in the second demo. And I figured something out, but it still didn't feel like it was conveying the right emotion, which
Yeah.
is what I think we finally got to with the final.
Right.
Was this feeling of like, yeah, this is a fun song, but there's also like some like nostalgia, like,
What about this part?
yeah,
Cut this part out.
We cut it, yeah.
The sha-la-las didn't juice enough, I guess.
We cut the sha-la-las, dude. I remember when we cut the sha-la-las.
Were you disappointed?
I think we both, me and Micah were. I think we were because we had gotten to this point where the sha-la-las were there.
Can we start a band called the Sha-la-las?
Easy yes.
You ready?
Easy yes. Easy yes. We only sing songs that are like
Sha-la-las.
phonetic.
There's no actual lyrics.
Doo-da, doo-da.
And we're totally crooners.
Wee-wah, wee-wah. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But yeah, so we cut the sha-la-las, which I mean, I guess I am bummed about. But there was this moment where we had the whole song mapped out. It was feeling really cool, and the outro was sort of this party,
Yep.
which is sick. It's great, but it sort of dragged on to me. We just tried cutting it, and now it ends with this boom-ch, 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 boom-ch.
Yeah.
And I think that is so cool.
It's still a party.
Yeah, it's still a party.
I mean, the video for this song is, I'm sure you already have it figured out, but I bet it's going to be fun. It's going to be a party. It's got to be.
It's got to be.
I feel like I can see it.
It's got to be. But yeah, we basically what happened was we tried cutting the sha-la-las, and it was the last thing we did the night before I was coming back to work again the next day
Okay.
with Micah. And we cut it. The next morning we came in and we listened down with the shortened, abbreviated version, and we both were like, that doesn't feel wrong.
Right.
So it was like, who knows if we made the right decision, but it's what felt right.
Well, listen, if anyone wants to hear the sha-la-las, just rewind this episode a little bit.
Yeah. Loop that.
You got it here exclusively. You could always do like a side B, add the sha-la-las in there if you want. You own this music.
That's
this
true.
is yours. You can do
That's
what you
true.
want with it.
That's true.
Did this song take a long time to write?
One morning.
One morning,
Mm-hmm.
so a few hours.
Yeah, like before I went into it was before I went in to pick the songs for the record.
A question. Go ahead.
That was another thing about this song, that kind of what we were talking about with Mayer and my obsession with like simultaneous guitar vocal thing is like I was hypnotized by the verse guitar part.
Okay.
It was so fun to play, and it was so dreamy to sing something like something sustained and sort of like really simple. Like the first verse is, "Don't it feel good on a Friday night with some good friends?" And it's like this thing where it's like, it feels like a jam, and then you're just, "Don't it feel good?" It feels like sensitive or something.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's nice. It sets a tone. It sets the image. Don't it feel good on a Friday night? Drink a couple of beers with your friends.
Yeah.
Like you're like
It's
sitting
a
in the
vibe.
backyard, chilling by the fire, whatever.
It's a vibe.
It's definitely a vibe. When you write a song like that, if it takes a while, like you have a few songs that are really fun. And I'm curious if it takes a long time to write, does it take any of the fun out of it for you? Do you like writing songs quickly? I think everybody likes to write songs. Maybe that's a dumb question.
It does take the fun out of it.
To when it's like
when you get stuck.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that was a part of this song too. Is like what I finished is not the final song.
Right.
Micah and I went and reapproached the back half of the verse, because the verse was all sustained like that. Don't it feel good on a Friday night with some good friends where the music's tight? And then originally it said it again. Don't it feel good?
Okay.
Don't it feel right? But every time we would get to that, basically Micah was like, I'm hearing something that picks up on that back half.
Yeah.
And that's when we wrote the couple of beers in a backyard band, baby.
Yeah.
And it's like, honestly, to me, saved the song. Like I knew there was something in the song. The song was a fight production wise, not between me and Micah, but me and Micah against the song.
Sure. To get it right.
Like we spent like kind of most of a day hashing out what was supposed to happen in the chorus. Like, you know, when I first wrote it, I left that chorus open because I was like, this feels so dreamy if I'm just hanging on the one chord, but I don't know, something has to happen. It just won't move like a song if you just stay there.
Right.
And so we got in, and so I did the little disco dum, 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 on that second demo. But when we got in to work on like the final version, it turned into this like open chain.
Yes.
Following the melody. And as soon as we got there, it felt right. So we followed that. But then we couldn't figure out where the chords should land. It was like we kept puzzle piecing, like,
and they're kind of right in the pocket, right? They're
exactly.
Like,
dun,
yeah.
Dun. But like we tried, like, this is weird. We can edit this out, but like chordally, I think we were like trying to decide where the 4 chord or the 2 chord should land. And we just kept puzzle piecing. Like all of it felt good, but it wasn't until we landed on whatever we landed on, I can't even remember.
Yeah.
That we were like, that's it.
Yeah.
Don't touch it. Like we finally found it, and the chorus kind of stays open. It feels huge. And I just remember being like, thank God. Like,
Right.
it was such a fun struggle. Because it was truly, I remember when I brought it to Micah, I was like, dude, I have to do this song. And I am just going to say on the front end, there's something about this song that like, we're going to have to like fight with and like figure out. And he's like, let's do it. Let's rock it.
Do you ever have a song that you fight with releasing?
Like I don't want to put out, but then I put it out, or vice versa?
Maybe both.
Yeah.
But like you've done, like you, let's pretend like you brought this song in and you're like, I want to do this song now.
Yeah.
And then you're sitting on it and you're like, it's done. You figured it out, you struggle with it. What if I don't want to release it now?
Mm-hmm. You know,
has that ever happened? I'm sure there's songs that you haven't released, but I just mean like...
There's definitely songs I haven't released. Surprisingly, to that question, I've always, just financially, like, I haven't, like, if you're going to get somebody else to produce your record, unless it's a buddy, which is totally great, that is going to, like, cut you a steal deal. But, like, my experience has been like, all right, I've got to pick the songs before I go in to cut, because like this is costing me an arm and a leg,
right.
you know? So,
and not releasing it would be stupid.
Yeah. I think
like,
honestly, gratefully, I've always felt like there's something about making music to me that I'm like, if I can get it out and released, I forget about it. Okay. I'm like, I just got to get it out and move on.
That's a good point.
I think I'm very much of the mindset, like if I don't put it out, I'm not going to move on.
Do you care? Do you have any like, and by all means be as honest as possible, do you care what people think after you've released it? Obviously we all want people to like our art.
I know.
But at the end of the day, it's kind of like once you put it out, isn't it? It's like, it's up to them.
Yeah. I know. I really, on one hand, I really care.
Yeah.
And then, so like the human part of me really cares. The artist part of me, I feel grateful for as well. There is some part of my brain and heart that's like, I love this.
Yeah.
I don't care if you love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Good.
But like,
I need to make a living too, so you need to like it.
Yeah. But there is, you know, you can't, I would be lying if I said there wasn't some emotional part of me that wasn't offended if somebody walked up to me and was like, dude, your record sucks.
Man. Yeah. I don't think you're going to have that problem. Between you and Micah, you're going to make good records. I mean, I think you'll just keep making good records regardless, but Mike is so great.
He is.
Stephen Day, thanks for being here. What do you have coming up?
I have a headline tour. I don't know when this podcast will drop, but
I don't either.
But what's next for me is touring the record, and then the deluxe versions will come out. So it's Moonshine.
Deluxe version of Gold Mine, the album.
Moonshine, a song called Sweet Iced Tea, and Old News.
Okay, 2 are drinks. Also.
I know, right? I know.
Old News is probably a drink. So. That's fun. So headlining, do you have supporting acts already, or?
I do. We just added support like last week. And great songwriters, great vocalists, amazing artists. Anna Voss, Abby Cohn. They're both Nashville based.
Great.
Yeah,
awesome.
I love them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, thanks so much for being here.
Oh, dude.
It's so fun. Always fun to hang out and talk. And I hope you'll come back in 3 years.
I will. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I think we got a good one.
Same.
Cool, man.